Hi to all of you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Salehuddin Zakaria. I am from UITM Seri Iskandar Perak. And first of all, I want to thanks to International Conference on Health, Environmental, Food and Agricultural 2022 because giving me opportunity to join this conference. And my research title about a study of an influence on Indian wedding ceremony at Temple Seri Maha Mariamman Seksyen 7 Shah Alam Selangor, Malaysia. And my introduction is the theory of rasa. That's the object or meaning that is sought to be conveyed in the literary composition is in nature and emotional effects of diverse humans. The essential quality of aesthetic experience in it is maintained neither subjective nor objective. It neither belongs to the artwork nor to the experiencer, for it's rather it is the processor of aesthetic exception itself, which defines the special designation that constitutes rasa. This view that the locus or asraya, as is where, of rasa is now here that rasa transcends the spatial temporal determination that belief the only way open to us to understand the nature of the aesthetic experience. Indian aesthetic thinking is the primarily audience or the reader oriented, and the center of much discussion is the response of the readers. But we should bear in the mind that the word rasa denotes, apart from the reader's aesthetic experience, the creative experience of the poet and the essence of the totality of the quality which make a poem what is this. Going to the wedding tradition Indians, in our cultural, the marriage symbolize not just the sacred union of the two individuals, but the coming together of two families and extended families. The level of the involvement is so profound that typically the family decides on the bride or grooms. Even a few decades ago, the brides and the grooms saw each other for the first time only on their wedding's day. And then going to the pre-wedding ceremony, the North Indians pre-wedding ceremony include the sangets and tilak. Sangets means music, as the name suggests. This function is an evening of the musical entertainment and merriment hosted by the bride's families. The main significance of this ceremony is that the bride is introduced to all the members of her new family as a part of the tilak ceremony. Vermilion or kumkum is placed on the forehead of the groom by all the male members of the bride's families. Kumkum is a sign of auspiciousness. Presents are given to the groom and his family, requesting them to make care of the bride. This is according from the Srawani, Gula Pali and Aparma Raju Sagi 2009. And then going to the Sanget. Sanget ceremony, as the name suggests, is all about the dance and music. It is the one of the most enjoyable ceremonies before the wedding, and it is exclusively for women. Initially, the Sanget party was organized only by the bride's family, but with change time, it is now observed by the groom family as well. Also, it was a ritual that was only seen in North Indian wedding. And then going to the Mehendi ceremony. Mehendi ceremony, during which the bride's hand and feet are decorated with the intricate patterns by the application of henna. On a lighter note, it is a belief that the deeper the color of the mehendi, which means henna, the stronger the groom's love for the brides. Which footstepping music and dance This ladies only party leads a break from the otherwise more the ritualistic ceremony. When the bride goes to the groom house after the wedding, she is not expected to perform any housework until her mehendi fades away. And then going to the wedding costume, and first is a sari or lehenga. Traditionally the bride wear is a sari or the lehenga, which is the highly ornate with the gold and silver embroidery. And then the color of the sari or the lehenga is of the great significance and is different for different community. The colors generally considered the auspicious for the occasions are red, like a yellow, green, or white. Red is the most common and it is a symbolize prosperity, fertility, and saubhagya. The bride also don't elaborate and beautiful ornaments. Primarily made is a good and precious stones. Her hair is the planted and decorated with the flower and jewelry. In North Indian, the bride also wear the gruhat. Okay, gruhat draped the modestly over her hair and a sign of the respect to the deities, worships, and the elder presence. This is according from Guria 1966. According from dhoti or the sherwani, the groom wears a dhoti or sherwani, which also has a lot of subtle but the intricate embroidery, and the color of the dhoti or the sherwani is the usually white, off-white, or beige. In North Indian, the groom also wear the turban with the white flowers tied in the suspended string called the sehra. In the some tradition, he may also sport a sword as a part of his wedding outfit. This is according from Guria 1966. And then going to the wedding ceremony, the actual wedding ceremony is around 3 hours long, not including many other smaller ritual before and after the muhurat, the auspicious time. According from the Srawani and Gulapali and Aparna Raju Sagi 2009, it has been highlighted as the most crucial attribute or any event along with the other characteristics such as the set timelines, intelligibility, personal interactions, ritual or ceremony. This is according from the perishability. And then each of these personality further the underscore the function of event planner interwoven with them. This is according from Sean and Pari 2030. And then among the numerous special event, wedding they include under the personal event and are joyous and or ceremony in nature. This is according from 2006. And then according from accessories costume, and the first the beret and the jaimala. The beret and jaimala are the primarily North Indian tradition, is South Indian. On the morning of the wedding days, there is a ceremony called the Kashi Yatra, during which the groom dresses his simple attire through a fit, the obviously a fixed one, declaring that he has decided to give up the institution of marriage to go to Kasi Varanasi to take up the sainthoods. This is when the bride, father, and brother humbly request the groom to choose marriage over the sainthoods, convincing him that bride will assist him in his subsequent spiritual pursuit. And then the second is the Basi Jawari or the Juda Churana. The Basi Juvari and Joda Churana, the styling the shoes. The bride sister hide the groom's shoes and demand the groom's money to have the returns. And apart from all the fun, many pujas prayer are performed by the bride and the groom on the day of the wedding. The bride does Grovi Puja, worshipping the Indians goddess Parvati. And the groom does Ganesh Puja, the worshipping the elephant-headed Indian deity Ganesha to gain their blessings so that the entire wedding runs smoothly without any halas. And then the third one is the Kandayan, okay, Kanyada, or giving away the bride is an important part of the main wedding ritual. Kanyada is the derive from the Sanskrit word Kanya, which means the virgin girl, and Daan, which the mean given away. This is performed by the rather of the bride who gives his daughter to the groom, requesting him to accept her an equal partner. Unlike in the Christian wedding, the bride and groom marry each other and the priest only the facilities and the marriage by the reciting mantras or the holy hymns, but doesn't have to authority to declare their marriage. And then the number 4 is the Mangal Sutram or Tali. The bride or groom are considered when the groom ties a Mangal Sutram or Tali, which is a sacred trait that symbolizes his promise to take care of the bride as long as he lives. The groom ties 3 knots when he ties the tali, the symbolizing the gods Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara. The entire wedding is done around an Agni Homams, which is a sacred fire. And Agni, which is a fire god, is considered the main witness to the marriage. And then the bride and the groom, they circle the fire 7 times in the clockwise direction. We call the Saat Peri, which signify the 7 goals of marriage life, which include the religious and moral duties, prosperity, spiritual salvation and liberations, and sensual gratification. The bride leads the pairs first, and then the groom leads them, signifying equality of the 2 partners and their determination to stand beside each other through the happiness and sorrow. And then number 5 is the another interesting tradition is the Saptapadi, which means the taking 7 steps together. It is a belief that is one follow a 7 step which another person. It is consider a confirmation of their eternal friendship. Thus, in the wedding, this symbolizes that the bride and the groom will keep up their friendship for life, and also practice equally and in both good and bad time in life. And number 6 is kumkum. The wedding culminates with the groom applying the vermilion or kumkum to the bride's forehead, the welcoming her as his partner for life. This is the first time that the kumkum is applied to the forehead of a woman. The bridegroom himself adorn her with it. In South India, This is usually followed by the groom putting two rings on the bride, the kumkum, the Mangal Sutram, and the two rings symbolize a marriage woman's. And then for the conclusion, the theory of rasa is not only applied to the Indian arts, but it also has been inducted into the practicer in every life. In the aspect of emotion, it is the compulsory to subside the bad rasa and to always practice good rasa to avoid it. Rasa also is way to embed self-control in every life. Other than that, the theory of rasa have given a significant effect on the Indian arts of the performance, acting, singing, literature, music, musical, and theatre. Through the Indian wedding, from the wedding costume and ceremony, there is a good example of how the India practice rasa in their culture and traditions. Moreover, and as the wedding ceremony is more enjoyable and fun filled, some of the good rasa, for example, the Sharingara love, Hasha is a joy, and Santa is a peace, are the practice along with the ceremony. And finally, the Indian have a rich amount of diversity and cultural uniqueness, the cause of their vast amounts of the community. That's all for me. Assalamualaikum and bye bye. Thank you.